What's going on, guys? I'm your host from the East Coast, Gina Man 94, here to bring you guys my WWE Royal Rumble prediction and preview video for 2017. Now, the Royal Rumble is this Sunday, and we have a pretty interesting card here. We're going to get into some things like, there's two matches on the pre-show. One of them is Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. I completely understand that. But the second match is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. It's Cesaro and Sheamus versus Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson. That one I kind of don't understand, because why are we not putting the championship matches on the main card? And then, you know, you have a Raw women's match, and then you have the other SmackDown women's match you could put on the pre-show. It's not for a title. Neither one of them are, so it wouldn't really affect these women either way. But nonetheless, let's get into it. So the first pre-show match is Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. Now, coming off of her rivalry with Charlotte, Sasha Banks been kind of floating around a little bit. Been selling an injury during their Iron Man match a few weeks back at the pay-per-view. And she pretty much hasn't really been doing anything. And then Nia Jax came out and attacked her, thus starting their feud. Sasha just recently was able to get a little bit back on Nia. She used her crutch last Monday on Raw to hit her and kind of try to knock her down a little bit and get the upper advantage on her a little bit. But for the most part, Nia Jax just been killing this girl. Even like not even on Raw, like during her, I guess, test that she was running before Raw came on, she was just in the ring running the ropes. Nia Jax came out and attacked her then. When there wasn't even a crowd, there was just staff people out there, you know, ringside, and they weren't really doing anything. So now they get to have their match. Not sure if Sasha Banks is 100%, but I fully expect Nia Jax to win this match, because I feel like they're still going to play into the knee injury angle a little bit. And Nia has yet to get her first win to really establish herself in the women's division to even, you know, threaten to go after Charlotte. She's definitely a dominant force, but she hasn't really beat anybody of importance in a one-on-one match without something happening. So I feel like this is Nia Jax's time to get her win. It won't really affect Sasha Banks that much because they'll probably play the injury angle, so it won't affect her that much. And I fully expect Nia Jax to come away with the victory. Next match, as I stated earlier, is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The champions Cesaro and Sheamus versus Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson. Couple of good brothers. With two referees assigned to the match. And the reason there's two referees is because the past few weeks on Raw, when they've been having their singles matches or even their tag matches, there have been things that have gone on behind the ref's back, or the ref would get knocked down or something like that. And just stuff that he didn't see happen. And, you know, it's kind of messed with the decision of a couple matches. So, with both teams complaining about the results of the matches, they're incorporating one referee on the inside of the ring, one referee on the outside. So they got two different sets of eyes going on. I don't even think it's going to matter, to be honest. I still think there are going to be shenanigans in this match. And, I don't know. As much as I want Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson to win the titles, I don't think Cesaro and Sheamus have gotten, you know, their fair run with the titles. I mean, they just won them maybe like a month ago, after they took them off the New Day, which was not only a big win for them, but it kind of brought their storyline to full circle, because you know, they had the best of 7 match, and then Mick Foley teamed them up because the 7th match nobody won. They almost killed each other. They've been, you know, having this pretty nice little angle where they kind of still they trust each other more now. But it's still kind of like Sheamus is heel, Cesaro is face. The crowd loves Cesaro more than they love Sheamus. But at the same time, I don't know, WWE probably would take the titles off of them. If they do, it would play into what I would want to happen at WrestleMania, which I doubt is going to happen, but it would be something nice. If you guys haven't seen that, I kind of did a little bit of fantasy booking. It'll be in the description down below if you guys want to check it out. It has something to do with Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson. So I think they're gonna, I'm gonna predict them to win the tag team championships, just because I want my predictions to come true. So I'm gonna predict Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson take the titles off of Cesaro and Sheamus and become your new WWE Raw Tag Team Champions. So now let's get into the main card. No specific order in these matches other than like the last 3. It's probably how they're gonna fall into place. But we have a SmackDown Live women's 6-man tag. We have Naomi, Nikki Bella, and Becky Lynch versus women's champion Alexa Bliss, Natalya, and Mickie James. Now, what they're pretty much doing here is 3 separate rivalries are kind of coming together. We got Nikki Bella and Natalya. We got Naomi, who's probably going to start to go after Alexa Bliss, so that's just the beginning. And then we got Mickie James and Becky Lynch. So it's pretty much just the face team versus the heel team. They're pretty much. I expect a good match here. Like I said, the SmackDown Women's Division has done a hell of a lot better than the Raw Women's Division has. Even with Charlotte and Sasha Banks feud, I still think overall SmackDown has the better women's division. I expect a pretty good match here. As for who's gonna win, the only way I could see the heel team losing, Alexa Bliss, Natalya, and Mickie James, is if Natalya takes the pin, because I can't see Alexa Bliss or Mickie James taking the pin at this point in time. And I believe if somebody does get the pin, it would be Natalya, and I think Naomi would be the one to pin her, considering she's just coming back off an injury. She's trying to prove that she's worthy of a women's championship match. But other than that, then I fully expect Mickie James to get the pinfall on any one of these. Probably Becky Lynch, just to add more heat to their rivalry. And it won't be a one-on-one match, so it doesn't really affect Becky Lynch as much as you would think it would. But at the same time, that's the only way I can see them losing, is if Natalya takes the pin from Naomi. That would be the only thing, because I feel like Nikki Bella and Natalya still have unfinished business, and Becky Lynch and Mickie James have a bunch of unfinished business. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the team of Alexa Bliss, Natalya, and Mickie James to win this match. I'm gonna go with that. I just don't think that I don't think they'll lose. I really don't. I don't think it's the time to have them lose right now, unless Natalya takes the pin. So next match we have is the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. Rich Swann versus Neville. Neville reinventing himself and is coining himself the king of the cruiserweights. Rich Swann taking the title up off of the Brian Kendrick, and has been looking pretty impressive over the past few weeks. But Neville's been challenging him, man. He's been attacking him before matches and after matches and stuff, and bringing out a very serious side to Rich Swann. Now, normally he comes out, he's all giddy, he comes to the ring, he's running, he's skipping, dancing, and all of that stuff. He's pretty upbeat type of guy. But Neville has brought out this side of him that's just very aggressive and, like I said, very serious. So I expect a hell of a match. This could even be one of the best matches of the night, in my opinion, because both of these guys are good workers. Neville has finally been made to look more important. I don't know what took them so long, but Neville is definitely improved, considering he was already great to begin with in my eyes. Who's going to win this match? I think Neville takes the title. I think if they want to legitimize him as, as his character states, the king of the cruiserweights, he's going to need to defeat the cruiserweight champion and become the new cruiserweight champion, and pretty much solidify that statement, that claim. He's been, like I said, very serious. He's reinvented himself, and he would be a great cruiserweight champion. But if everything he said is going to fall to the wayside, then what was the point to begin with? I can see if it was just a normal challenger or something, but Neville's come back from injuries, and he's come back and completely changed up his theme music, changed his look, changed his attitude, changed how he feels about everything. So I think this would be his time to win the title. I think he's gonna catch Rich Swann slipping a little bit, and he's gonna take advantage and gonna be able to pull off the victory, and we will have a new cruiserweight champion. Next, we have another Raw Women's match, but this time it's Charlotte Flair versus Bayley for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I haven't really been invested in this storyline that much. The way they've been booking it, to me, is just not really interesting. The way they've been booking a lot of things on Raw hasn't really been interesting as well. But this feud I had high hopes for, and I'm kind of mad they're doing a match right now. But I understand, why they're doing it right now. And I don't expect Charlotte to lose here, to be honest. They haven't really booked Bayley to be a legitimate women's champion. As much as I love Bayley, they I don't know, man. It's something wrong with this feud. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe they're just booking it wrong. Charlotte hasn't done her best promo work in this feud. It's like she goes from the amazing feud she had with Sasha, and now there's this subpar feud that just doesn't really captivate anybody. It doesn't really get anybody hooked into seeing their match. There's no reason I really want to see this match at all. They've given it away on Raw countless times. I think they faced off 3 times on Raw, and like, I don't know, man. Raw just has a certain way of doing things that makes you not want to see the match. And it's kind of predictable because they're building up Charlotte's win streak. She'll probably lose at WrestleMania finally, but for now she's 15 straight on pay-per-view matches, defending her title or whatever. So I fully expect for her to retain her championship, and who knows, they're probably going to continue this feud up to Mania. I don't know what they're going to do, but they need to do something to make it more interesting. I'm sure it'll be a good match, but like I said, just the storytelling of this and just how they've been booking it just hasn't been that interesting. But Charlotte's gonna win, no doubt. If Bayley takes the title up off of her, I don't think it would make sense. Not yet. They gotta build some sympathy for Bayley, because Bayley is, the lovable character. Everybody loves Bayley, of course, but they gotta build it up to where she gets some type of sympathy, and they got to feel bad for her. Like, I'm thinking Charlotte's going to destroy her in this match. But we'll see. Hopefully they make it feel interesting, especially leading up to WrestleMania, because this is the time of the year where feuds and storylines have to feel way more important than they normally would. So just hopefully they make these women feel important in the next, couple of months leading up to Mania. And hopefully they don't do this match 6 more times before the WrestleMania match happens, because I don't want to see that. But, yeah, we'll see. Charlotte's going to win this match, though. So, next, one of the most talked about matches heading into the Royal Rumble, the WWE Championship match between AJ Styles and John Cena. Now, John Cena's caught so much heat from fans because of, him going on the Today Show and not acknowledging AJ Styles and just saying he's just a guy from Atlanta. And I completely understand that. Like, you're supposed to not make the champion look bad, and especially if you're the face, you're not supposed to be you're not supposed to go out there and just completely disrespect the championship like that and disrespect the champion, and which I completely understand. But at the same time, a few weeks ago on Smackdown, John Cena said that he has no respect for AJ Styles, none at all. When they had that first epic promo where they went back and forth with each other, I think it was the contract signing, and AJ was like, "No, don't give me this cookie cutter promo that you always give me. I want something serious, and you're gonna listen to me first." So that's when John Cena was like, "All right, you know what? You done pissed me off. I don't have no respect for you. Fuck you. I don't give a damn about you no more." And that's how Cena's been treating him the past couple of weeks. So why would Cena go on the Today Show after he just said a few weeks ago he has no respect for AJ? Why would he go on the Today Show and show him respect? He's just playing into what he said. He's John Cena. He doesn't give a damn if you like him or you hate him. He loves it that you have that choice to choose, but he don't really care. This might be the closest we get to a heel-ish Cena. He's been given, some heelish tendencies since he's come back. And I've been putting that on Twitter as well, and I've been thinking that he's been kind of heelish a little bit. He's not just I respect everybody and I love everybody. And yeah, he hasn't been doing that. And people have been claiming they want a change in Cena's character. Then he gives you the change in the character and you still bitch about it. This is why WWE isn't going to turn him heel. You're still going to complain no matter what they do with John Cena. So it doesn't matter if they leave him face or turn him heel. So he's just pretty much going out there and saying whatever the hell he wants to say. But at the same time, I feel like, AJ should have had some more heat going into this match. I completely understand it from a booking standpoint. So don't come at me like, oh, but you don't understand heat and you don't understand storytelling. I get it. Yes, AJ should have had some more heat. He probably should have hit Cena with a chair or something to end SmackDown and just like completely destroyed him or something. But that's all the more reason I think AJ is going to win this match. Everybody's thinking, 16 times. John Cena's about to win this Sunday. I don't think so. I don't think Cena comes away with a victory. And I don't even think it's going to be close. Because, like I said, Cena said he lost all respect for AJ and he's been treating him just like that. And even AJ thinks that, Shane McMahon and everybody on SmackDown has been disrespecting him with the poster and everything. So I feel like not only does he have to prove himself to John Cena, but he has something to prove to himself. Like he's thinking, not only is he champion, but he's thinking that the machine doesn't support him. They don't recognize the talent that he is. They don't recognize the prestige that he brings to the championship. They don't recognize that he's the man on SmackDown. He's been carrying the brand since John Cena has gone away. And that's what he's trying to get everybody to understand. But everybody's just like, oh, well, Cena. So now I think, he's going to show everybody that not only is he champion, not only has he beat John Cena 2 times, but he's going to beat him a 3rd time. Something nobody has done, really. Nobody has beat Cena 3 straight times in a match. Nobody at all. And I'm the biggest John Cena fan. I haven't seen it happen, ever since they started pushing Cena. Maybe it happened, back before he was, made to be important. But over the past decade, I can't remember a time where Cena has lost 3 straight matches to somebody. He hasn't even lost 3 straight to Brock Lesnar. So I feel like AJ is going to come out and kick his ass. He's going to kick his ass. He's going to out-wrestle him. He's going to make good on everything that he said. And even though Cena's been destroying him on the mic, AJ is going to destroy him in the ring. Cena's been, like I said, been killing him on the mic. I feel like AJ, this is going to be one of the most important matches of his career. Not even the first time they faced, not even the second time they faced, not even the tag team match they had. This match right here is going to solidify AJ as the WWE champion even more than what he's already done for the championship and for his title run. I don't know, man. I just feel like AJ is going to kill Cena. He's going to kick his ass. He's just going to plain up out-wrestle him, which is something we've seen from like Daniel Bryan or something. And Cena likes to stay in his comfort zone, but AJ said something on SmackDown. He said he wouldn't be able to last on the indie scene because he can't adapt to different styles, but AJ can. This what makes him phenomenal. So I feel like AJ has that advantage, and he's going to pull out all the stops and completely just out-wrestle Cena and catch him off guard. Something nobody really does. So we'll see. I'm expecting a hell of a match. Probably going to be match of the night other than the Royal Rumble match itself. And I fully expect AJ to retain his title. Speaking of retaining titles, let's talk about the other championship match from Raw. The WWE Universal Championship match between Kevin Owens, the champion, and Roman Reigns. This will be a no disqualification match, and Jericho will be suspended in a shark cage above the ring. I'd be lying to you if I told you I cared about this match as well. Like I said, storylines on Raw versus storylines on SmackDown are completely different. I really don't care, and they really haven't done anything to make me care. Kevin Owens has been booked completely horrible as a Universal Champion. He's been completely overshadowed by everybody, including Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, which shouldn't be a thing. I'm sorry. I don't care how much of a draw Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are. They should never overshadow the champion. Roman Reigns was the United States champion. He did nothing with it but defended against Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens every week. He eventually did lose it to Jericho and lost the rematch, so I'm guessing he's done with that. But then we got Jericho suspended above the ring. It's no DQ. Oh, man. I don't know what's going to happen in this match. I really don't. Kevin Owens gets to use weapons, so I guess that gives him sort of an advantage, even though Roman can use them too. But Roman isn't really a guy who just goes after weapons to beat somebody. He just uses whatever, he just uses the normal way to beat people. But Kevin Owens is probably going to do whatever he can to probably get Chris Jericho out of the cage, or he's going to have some type of backup plan where somebody comes out and interferes. But I think Kevin Owens should just win this match. Just plain up win. We don't really see Roman Reigns, just like with John Cena, we don't really see Roman Reigns lose clean that often. We've seen it's happened to Cena a lot more lately, but it used to be a time where Cena didn't lose clean. But I feel like this time Roman, it won't affect Roman if he loses clean to the Universal Champion, just based off of how they've been booking Reigns. Reigns has been looking strong. There's no doubt about it. They had to do a handicap match to take his title away from him. But Owens, he hasn't really been booked good as the champion. He needs this win against somebody like Roman Reigns to solidify his championship, unless he's just a transitional champion. In that case, I don't see the point of him being champion to begin with. You could have just put the title on Seth then. If you're going to do that, if Owens is just a transitional champion, you could have just put the title on Seth. I mean, I just don't understand. We're supposed to be creating new stars and creating new people and building people to look good, but and this is where Roman Reigns catches a little flack from fans, and this is why fans don't really like Roman Reigns, because it seems like they're investing everything into him and nothing into anybody else, at least from the Raw side of things, which I don't particularly agree with. I agree, Roman can be booked to look good, but that doesn't mean that he can just go out there and just destroy everybody. I don't think that's the way to do it. He can destroy people, but at the same time, you got to give people a chance to get one up on Roman. I think Seth, for the first time, finally pinned Roman clean when he came back. And I don't know, man. It's just, they messed up Kevin Owens. I don't know how the hell him powerbombing Reigns through the announce table was the first good thing he's done as Universal Champion. The first thing that made me think, oh man, this is Fight Owens fight. This is Kevin Steen's. That was the first time. So I'm thinking maybe he needs to powerbomb him on that ring apron. That'll take him out or something, or help weaken him a little bit. I don't know. He just needs to do something good in this match. He doesn't need to go out there and just lose clean to Reigns. I don't think that's the way to go. I think Kevin Owens should, especially now coming up on WrestleMania, he deserves to have a title match, either defending or going back, and trying to regain his championship at WrestleMania. I think he's deserved it. Even though they've been booking him horribly, I still think that they should invest a little bit more into him. Because these guys, like Owens and Styles, they don't have that much time left. They really don't. They have maybe 4 or 5 years. And if you're just going to squander away those years and not make it important and just waste them away, it'll be all for nothing. What was the point in signing these guys to begin with? These guys are bona fide stars. So you got to make them feel that way. And just build up more people. Like, why is it only Reigns and why is it only Cena? I like what they did on Smackdown, and I'm glad that's why Cena went there. They're building up guys like Corbin and a bunch of other guys on SmackDown are starting to build up. You got The Miz, of course, and Dean Ambrose is always going to be a factor there. But on Raw, who's the best guy to go after the title right now? Roman Reigns. Who else? Who else is legitimate enough to go after the Universal title? What, Chris Jericho maybe? But I don't really think nobody really wants to see that, unfortunately, because they've dragged out that storyline too long as well. And I still feel like Jericho's going to play some type of part in this match. He's going to have something up his sleeve. Kind of like when Paul Ellering did for the Authors of Pain at the last TakeOver in Toronto when he was in the shark cage. So, I don't know. Something's going to happen, but I just feel like Owens needs to come away with the victory. It won't hurt Reigns that much. Just do it. Just do it. So yeah, I'm going to predict Kevin Owens to win and retain his Universal Championship. Okay, now let's talk about the Royal Rumble match. This has to be the most unpredictable Royal Rumble match in recent history. I mean, really, I have no idea what the hell is going to happen. I don't know. I don't know who's going to win. I'm not completely 100% sure who's going to come back or who's going to debut. It's just a lot of gray area. I really am not too sure what's going to happen. And that's a good thing. I shouldn't be able to predict the Royal Rumble like, oh, yep, this is going to happen, then that, yep. This is how the Royal Rumble is going to go. I shouldn't be able to do that, and I'm glad that I can't. And there's only 24 known entrants of the Royal Rumble right now. We got Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Big E, Kofi, Xavier, Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, The Undertaker, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus and Cesaro, Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Luke Harper, Big Show, Sami Zayn, Big Cass, Rusev, and Mojo Rawley. I don't really know how to predict who's gonna win. I have a few, favorites to win, but some of them might be based off of if people actually debut or if people actually are brought up from NXT, which I'm completely unsure of. I have no clue if they're even going to bring anybody up. There's 6 spots available. I'm going to predict a few people, maybe, like Ty Dillinger. You could bring him up. I think he's got a match with Eric Young at the next takeover. I haven't really been watching NXT lately, so I don't really know, which is making it a little bit more difficult to try to predict. Maybe Samoa Joe comes up. He hasn't done anything. I don't even think he has a NXT takeover match. Maybe the loser of the Nakamura and Bobby Roode match could be coming up. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that feud's been going. Maybe somebody could return. Maybe Kurt Angle. If Kurt Angle passes the physical and they pull the trigger on that, there's been talks that maybe he could be in the Rumble. Maybe Shelton Benjamin comes back. He was scheduled to come to SmackDown in the first place. Then he found out he had a torn rotator cuff or something. And they haven't really said much more about that. And I'm thinking it's been about 6 to 8 months since, he got injured. So maybe he's ready to come to the WWE, or maybe Triple H shows up in the Rumble. Maybe Finn Balor's ready to return from his. I don't know. I'm not sure. Man, like I said, I did the fantasy booking thing. The link will still be in the description if you guys want to check that out. And all I'm going to say is that if that's going to happen, then I'm going to need 2 things to happen. I'm going to need Finn Balor to return, and I'm going to need Undertaker to win the Royal Rumble. I don't think Goldberg or Lesnar are going to win because they're trying to do the whole thing at WrestleMania with them, their last match, whatever, which I don't really care about the match per se. I don't understand why they're doing it. They're trying to get more eyes on WrestleMania. You put 2 of the biggest names. I don't know why these 2 part-timers are the biggest names. I can understand The Undertaker because of what he's done for the company. What the hell has Brock Lesnar and Goldberg done for the WWE? They literally are booked way stronger than what Reigns is booked, yet people love them but hate Reigns. I don't understand it. And Reigns has way better matches than Brock or Goldberg. Just saying. So, yeah, I'm going to go with The Undertaker because, like I said, when I talked about the Raw Tag Team Championship match, I want my prediction to come true. I want my fantasy booking to come to light because I think it would be a really, really awesome idea. You guys really should check that video out if you haven't. I know I'm plugging it a lot, but it's just a good idea I've come up with, and it could work, and it could make everybody involved look good. So I'm going to go with The Undertaker. The Undertaker to win the 30-man Royal Rumble match. I just hope it's a great Royal Rumble all around. The pay-per-view, the match itself. I hope we get some surprises, something that makes us go crazy. Last year we got AJ Styles, which, like I told a few of my YouTube friends, I almost jumped out my window, and I'm on a second story in my house. Almost jumped out the window when AJ Styles arrived in WWE because it was just something I had wanted for years since he's been in TNA and stuff. So, hopefully we get something like that. If Kurt Angle shows up, that'd be amazing. I don't know what they're going to do with Seth Rollins either, because he lost his spot in the Royal Rumble to Sami Zayn, but they're trying to build up his thing with Triple H. So does Rollins try to help Roman Reigns in his championship match, and Triple H comes out and helps Owens again? Maybe they do something like that. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just hoping for a good overall pay-per-view. I'm hoping for a good time. And I'm hoping I can just come up and review this Royal Rumble and be happy about everything that happened. Even if somebody that I picked to win doesn't win. If it makes sense and, it's just a wonderful match, I won't complain too much. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Let me know your Royal Rumble predictions. Let me know who you think is going to show up in the Royal Rumble match. And let me know who you think is going to win the whole thing. Let me know who you think is going to win the championship or just retain the championship. If you think somebody's going to show up. outside of the Royal Rumble match to make their debut or their return or something. Let me know what you think is going to happen there. I'm very interested in what you guys are expecting, or maybe you guys got some booking ideas that could come to fruition on Sunday. I'm excited. There's so many different possibilities of what could happen that it's so unpredictable, and I'm happy about the unpredictability, because normally WWE is predictable. But I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Slap a like on it if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Peace.